If you want to do great sales business, there are two things you've got to make sure you've taken into account when it comes to your sales conversations. And in this video, I'm going to share with you two critical factors you've got to have in place and in your thought process in order to do the business that you want. My name is James White. I'm a sales expert. I'm someone who's built and grown businesses that loves selling. I've sold for the last 30 years and I want to help you achieve great sales success. Let's look at the two things that you've got to take into account when it comes to growing your business and winning new deals. Point number one is this. People think that people go through a logical process when they're buying things, but invariably it's the emotional decision that makes the key factor when you're making a choice between someone doing something or not. A lot of the time, yes, of course, we tick boxes in our head. Does it do this? Will it do this? Will it do this? But the reality is, if you imagine going and let's say you're going to go to a hotel, yes, you might want to know that a hotel has a restaurant and it's not too far from the station, and yes, it's got a swimming pool, but the key thing you're really thinking about is, when I open the door to the room, is it going to give me a wow factor? Is it going to make me think as I walk through the gardens, this is beautiful? It might tick the logical boxes and steps, but if it's not got that emotional wow feeling that makes you feel great, then it's not going to work. I talk to people a lot about the emotions that your service creates for people. Maybe it creates a lot of desire for them. Maybe it creates happiness because they're able to look and solve problems. Maybe it creates anger for them if you're not delivering it effectively. What are the emotions that your product or service delivers and achieves for people? And start to think about that. Start to look at what those things are. They're going to move people from a position of where they are right now to a position where they change it to buy what you do. But people justify based upon logic, but buy based upon emotion. So we've got to tap into the emotional things that prospect is thinking. And how do you do that? You do that by finding out more about their situation. How is this impacting you? What challenges does this create for you personally? What implications does it have for you if we don't get this resolved? Find in and dig into the emotions, the implications of something, and that's going to be a key way in which you can then start to really ensure that you can get inside the mind of the buyer, find out what's going on. You can be a key trigger in helping them make this decision to say yes and work for you. So point number two is this. People buy outcomes, not services. I see so many salespeople that are continually selling the features and functions of their product and what they do. Oh, we have this, it does this. We do the following, it does all these things. People aren't interested in that. They're interested in the outcome that it gives them. It's the outcome ultimately that makes the decision for people. I know in the services that I offer, even though I sell, the services I sell is sales training, the outcome that people are buying is more money in their bank account, smiling faces, more time spent with loved ones because they know that as a result of doing more business, they're able to enjoy happier times with people they care about. People buy the outcomes. I even telling people I tell them to sleep better at night. It's the outcomes that people achieve, not the services. And that's what people want to buy. And the reality is when we start focusing on features and products and all the different elements around that, it doesn't work. So here's a little tip that you can put in place that makes a massive difference when it comes to understanding the buyers that you work with. Let's just say, for example, I'm talking to, maybe a sales director, and I'm saying to him that the implications of, or the problem that he's got relates to, let's call it productivity. The key thing is, what's the outcome of productivity? The outcome of low productivity might be low amounts of calls. What's the output of low amounts of calls? Not winning enough business. What's the outcome of not winning enough business? Not hitting targets. What's the outcome of not hitting targets? Lose job. The reality is there is always a series of next stages when it comes to the sales process we've got to think about. In the case of low productivity for the sales director, the end outcome could be they lose his job because he doesn't solve the problem. And when you think about it, when you start talking about the emotions that are involved in losing their job, people start wanting to look at solutions to get things fixed. So always think about the outcomes of the services and start to ask the next stage, and next, and next. And when I'm doing training with people, I'll continually say, and that means, and that means. Try and do, if you can, at least 4 times. We've done it 4 times here. Ideally, see if you can find a 5th. One of the implications of losing a job would potentially be no money and might even lose your house. The huge implications of that, you might think it's far-fetched, but it's actually the key factors that make people choose what to do and how to do it. They're buying based upon the outcomes they see, and they're buying based upon emotion, not just on the logic and not just on the things you offer. So make sure when you're selling, whatever you're selling, understand that people tap into emotions. Tap into the emotions that your prospect and buyers care about. Really start to think about not just the services, but the outcomes you deliver. If you start to do that and start to really think about, and that means, you're going to be in a position where you start to put copy and messages together that really resonate with your audience, and hopefully get them to be in a position to go and say, yeah, I'm going to make a decision to buy. Hope this video has been helpful and give you some simple tips that you can implement in your business to get the results you want. I'm here to share lots of ideas to help you achieve sales success. And if you do like the channel, please subscribe, please share it with other people, and let's get business owners and sales professionals all over the world getting the results they want. Thanks, see you soon.